your riskiest asset will be maybe dividend paying stocks or preferred shares already. Then you have some bonds, then you have some cash accounts, then you have maybe Pag-Ibig Mp2, then maybe you also have SSS in your arsenal. Then you can top it all off with your rental income. So I think that could be a portfolio for people who are a bit risk averse as well. Hey guys, so in this video, I want to talk about SSS, pension, because a lot of people over the past few weeks also have been sending DMs asking me, should you still put in money for your SSS? Should you contribute? Should you look at it as an asset class so that you can get returns when you retire? There's still no perfect investment out there. We may talk a lot about Bitcoin, we may talk a lot about the stock market, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, starting your own business, but all of these assets have their own pros and cons. Even Pag-Ibig Mp2 has its own pros and cons. And the whole context of this video is to give you a balanced approach on how I analyze and how I perceive things as well. But first things first, of course, if you are employed, automatic naman may kaltas na SSS na sa inyo. There's really nothing you can do about it. You have no choice to opt in or opt out. You have money na kinakaltas sa inyo, then you have also an employer na contribute also doon. Then later on, that gets added up until you retire and you get an amount of money. And while you are also a member, you get perks like loans on top of it. That's why the context of this video will primarily be for freelancers, people who really are not employed to anyone, or self-employed professionals, or people who are full-time stock traders, stock investors, cryptocurrency traders, or people who are OFWs as well that don't have an employer to file for them, to add to them, or to make their contributions on a regular basis. I was employed for some time when I was in my early 20s. So automatic at that time, I was contributing to SSS. When I quit my job, wala ka ng contribution sa SSS noon. Then, there was a trip that I had in Qatar. I think this was 2014 or 2015. It was in one of my trips there where one of the I think attendees in the room was a representative of SSS. Then after our discussion, I ended up contributing again. Even though I'm investing in cryptocurrencies right now, even though I'm an entrepreneur, even though I'm investing in the stock market, in my own personal deployment of capital, I have been contributing in SSS voluntarily. So that's an option that you can also do if you are self-employed, you're a freelancer, you're a stock investor / trader, you are someone who's an OFW, that you can opt not to put your money in SSS. You can also opt to put your money in SSS voluntarily. It's not as hassle because once you start to enroll it already, especially sobrang daming online mechanisms, no? Pag nasa banko na yan, tapos every month you can make a play, auto-deduct na siya, so hindi mo na siya napapansin. Why would you do that, Marvin? Since you do other things that are riskier and then you do other things also that safer, that would give you cash flow na control mo pa, why would you go the SSS route? If you try to compute it also head to head versus other asset classes that could give you growth, of course, what you could possibly get from SSS in terms of a return and a revenue perspective is not as good. But please also do note na yung pinaka-context ng SSS is our age, people who are contributing today, nasa 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, na hindi ka pa nagre-retire, creates a fund, puts in money so that those that are retired, similar sa parents ko, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, they have money na pwede silang kunin para sa pension nila. So that's the whole context, no? The contributions of today fund the people who are older today. Then when we get older naman, the deposits of those who are younger will fund the ones that are retiring. Majority of their placements are not super risky. Does not really endanger also people who are retiring. It does not also endanger the pension funds of people who are older, because it's very, very important that there has to be sustainability in what they could give people. It has to be also seen that 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, when people who are our age, are older, will use the pension also, there also has to be money by then. I was contributing around 1,700. At that time, that was the maximum amount. And please do note, now when you do SSS, the larger you put, of course, into the pool, the larger amount of money that you will also get when you retire, when you are older, when you hit a certain age na eligible na for you to claim it. It started to increase, nasa 2,000 plus na ngayon. I still have not adjusted it yet. But if you're asking me and you want to double down and go all into SSS, syempre the larger that you put in, the better, because kayo rin naman makikinabang nun when you get older. I love the concept of money, tatanggalin mo, tas kakalimutan mo lang. I will always think about it that, okay, my main focus will be these investments when I get older because kinakaltas lang to tapos hindi ko siya napapansin. I have something extra and bonus. If you have been following my channel for quite some time, yung context ko talaga, yung logic ko pagdating sa pera is, I'm okay to invest it into something that may possibly underperform kaysa gastusin ko sa ibang bagay na di ko naman masyado kailangan eh. And pinaglalaban natin, ano ba mas maganda? VUL ba? Mutual funds ba? UITF ba? Why not have all? Because the problem is not kung ano yung pinakamagandang investment. The problem is there's not much investments going on and all this movement na sobrang dami nag-invest sa stock market, which is good. However, it has to come to a point where investments impact day-to-day life also. It has to come to a point that investments help a lot of people, that it doesn't just give them cash flow, but it also elevates the way they live. It also helps them secure a better financial future. For those of you, hindi nyo control yung finances nyo, SSS is a good avenue for you to deploy capital. What is 1,700, 2,000 pesos? If majority of you that are watching, I see your DMs that you'd send me, you deploy 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 on a monthly basis in the stock market. Some are even trading millions also. What is putting a smaller portion of your portfolio into something nakakalimutan nyo that will add to you also later on? And I think the difference between SSS and other cash flow laden investments is in perpetuity na yan. As long as you were able to finish that term of gano'ng kadaming months ka nagko-contribute, makakatanggap ka ng pera. And that's something that's interesting, which will add to also your retirement nest egg. The name of the game is to build a lot of assets. I'm not an expert on this, but I'm studying now on NFTs. I'm trying to figure it out also. The reason why I'm venturing into CFDs, the reason why I'm venturing into Bitcoin, the reason why I'm venturing into other cryptos is just to build on more assets. As what I've mentioned, it's something that you will get na fixed on a regular basis when you get older. So at least may expected ka na. And I think this fits retirement planning in a way that you can compute already. I need 100,000 pesos on a monthly basis to be able to survive when I retire. Then for example, your SSS gives you 10,000 pesos, then 90,000 na lang kailangan mo bunuin from your stocks, from your bonds, from your other asset classes, from your rental income. So it gives you a level also of predictability. Assuming that everything works well, all of the measures are in place to make it sustainable, then I think it's something that will be helpful, especially for people who do not want to take risk. I have to realize also that over 225,000 plus of you subscribe to this channel, then 160 plus on Facebook. Not everyone will be a risk taker. Not everyone will be able to understand Cardano, Polkadot, and all of the other riskier assets. Not everyone would be able to do that. But a lot of people would be able to understand what SSS is. When you start investing and then when you start researching NFTs, you look at the blockchain network, you look at CFDs, you look at stocks, and then you think it's so complicated for you, or you think also it's too risky for you, then it would be nice to have a combination of assets na medyo low risk. It would be nice to have a combination of assets that could also protect you in a way that at least diversified pa rin yung portfolio mo. Yun nga lang, you won't really get any massive returns because of course you're not taking a lot of risk. But maybe you could spread it out that way. Your riskiest asset will be maybe dividend paying stocks or preferred shares already. Then you have some bonds, then you have some cash accounts, then you have maybe Pag-Ibig Mp2, then maybe you also have SSS in your arsenal. Then you can top it all off with your rental income. So I think that could be a portfolio for people who are a bit risk averse as well. Will I still continue my contributions to SSS? Yes, I will. Will my other investments outperform SSS? I think they will. Of course, I cannot project or forecast the future, but just looking alone how indices will perform, or buying Tesla will perform, or buying Apple will perform, or buying Globe with dividends will perform, it will beat it, but I will still be investing in SSS. I know there are a lot of people that I know that are traders in the markets that don't contribute already. In my opinion, it's just nice to have a good combination of both. I'm not in this extreme. I'm also not in this extreme na, for example, Bitcoin versus gold, I'm always in the middle. Trading versus investing, I'm always in the middle, because at the end of the day, it's all about how you plan your finances based on who you are, based on how you deploy it. I'm at the phase of my life where assets are good, investments are good, but I'm still young also. I get to have the shot to create more businesses. I get to have the shot to generate more ideas on what will give me returns also in the future. So I think that's what I like about it, that people are saying, sayang naman, dapat ilagay mo sa stock market na lang yan or ilagay mo na lang sa Bitcoin yan. So I'm thinking, nalalagyan ko pa rin naman yung stock market, nalalagyan ko pa rin naman yung Bitcoin, pero nalalagyan ko to. A lot of people save money to buy cars, a lot of people save money to be able to buy this shoe or this clothes or this trip. Ako baliktad, kailangan ko pa magdagdag. I want to buy more of this stock. Look at Cardano, look at the price of what's happening like now. Look at Bitcoin, nung bumagsak siya ng malaki. At the back of my head, I'm thinking, kailangan ko pa ng more cash to be able to add into it. The reason why I like SSS also is that I'm focused more on just building assets. I'm focused more on just double downing on things that could give me a return. It's nice to buy stuff, pero it's not my primary motivator. I'm not super motivated that if I have extra, ano pwede kong bilhin. Natutuwa ako pag when I get cash, I get to deploy it in other asset. Tapos pag nakikita ko siya lumalaki, doon ako natutuwa that, wow, dati ganito lang to, ngayon mas malaki na siya. I don't know if it makes sense, pero comment below kung ganun kayo, na similar kayo sa akin, na mas nag-i-enjoy kayo when you get cash and then you reinvest it, and when it starts to earn, parang dun yung satisfaction. I don't know, nothing wrong with that, kasi my wife, she likes to buy stuff, she likes to buy Lego, she likes to buy collectibles, she likes to buy clothes, she likes to buy gadgets, she likes to buy stuff that will improve the house. Total opposite of me. Pero when I have more, I just get to reinvest it. I know I rambled a bit, moved from SSS to other topics, but I hope this gave you context that huwag nyo na pag-awayin. If you have the choice, tapos may extra kayo, and hindi naman matatamaan yung gastusin nyo, hindi naman matatamaan yung ibang things na kailangan nyo, tapos hindi nyo naman talaga kailangan yung pera, and then you have extra more coming in, keep on investing, keep on piling it on, and para ma-experience nyo eh. So that's why the things that I'm sharing with you right now for SSS are things that are not theoretical, they are things that are experiential because I experienced it. It's something that on the prime years of my life, nagawa ko talaga. It's something on the prime years of my life that I've seen it eh. The power of putting in money na nakakalimutan mo, na kinakalimutan mo intentionally, but later on, you know, will have the ability to make money for you in the end, or an ability that will help you financially also in the end. Hope you guys are doing well in this holiday. Comment if you stayed up until the end. Comment if you like more videos on this, or if you have questions more on SSS, put it in the comment section below, and I'm gonna try to make more videos for you guys as well, because at the end of the day, the whole heart of this channel is to help you be financially free. For those who want to learn more how you can invest in US markets and Bitcoin, links are in the description below. And for those of you also who want to know more about the books that I've written, the videos that I've made, and the seminars that I have, they're all in the description below. And if you're new to this, smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing. And I do hope that if this video helps you massively, that you press the like button for the YouTube algorithm so that videos like this pop up more in Filipinos' timelines, because I really believe that it's nice to talk about relevant stuff with the country, politics, etc. But it's nice also to put in the forefront the need for financial literacy, financial education, and that people talk more about investing. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo, not talking about stocks for today, not even talking about Bitcoin for today, but talking about SSS. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.